childhood in his office. Those their father, sister related to Maharaj, different opinions. Sometimes they would fight. At the end, again, their focus, everyone's focus was how to, social Gopal. All his letters, and even anyone who, his instructions, situations, and Gopalkrishna was always reply to their problems or anything. He would just say, chant your 16 rounds, follow your 4 regular principles, attend the program, everything, will be solved. So, sometimes my mother was like, why don't you answer his, that specific problem, or sometimes she would discuss with him. But, and even when I grew a little older, I was like, why is he saying lies? It's so true. And God said, all your problems will be solved. And that was, he understood that, and he already knew that from work. All your problems will the principles of freedom. These are not 4 regulative principles of binding. These are 4 regulative principles of freedom, the principles of Dharma. And if you do this, you are guaranteed to attain the lotus feet of Krishna. And now I understand. That's why sometimes he wouldn't give sometimes and copy different Maharajas or different people giving class, because each person, they used to have a particular thing that they would always say in each class. I didn't understand at that time the fortune that I had. Now I do understand that I got to, hear so many Maharajas and so many senior devotees give Srimad Bhagavatam class. So in Bombay, we used to always make fun, and we used to always, whenever we used to copy Gopalkrishna Maharaj, the thing he used to always say in class was, we don't have time. We say all the time when we used to play with our friends, and we say, guess who am I? So everybody knows that's Gopalkrishna Maharaj, because Gopalkrishna Maharaj always says, we don't have time. So please take advantage and practice your Krishna consciousness. And at that time when we were growing up, we thought it was funny. Oh, Gopalkrishna Maharaj is saying this. We know what he's going to say in class now. He's going to say we don't have time. But now, as we mature and we understand as we grow older, it's so true, and it has such a deeper meaning that we don't have time. As we grow older, our time goes, and how much of our time are we spending in the things that matter? The things that matter are the time, the death. When death comes, we don't know when death is coming. But the time of death is our real test. Did we remember Krishna? And our death will tell you how you remember Krishna. Because at the time of death, you're going to remember what you've done in your whole life. How many times did you think of Krishna? And our important instruction of Gopalkrishna Maharaj was, and again by example, he wasn't, again like one of the Prabhus was saying, he didn't give much flowery language or, elaborate classes or everything. He gave very simple, just the basics. But those basics, just like in math, or we learn the ABCs, no matter how much you learn, the ABCs are always relevant. You need the ABCs to read. You need the ABCs to write. You need the main functions of the simple parts of math to understand the bigger building blocks. So in the same way, we can only remember Krishna if every activity is related to Krishna. If we're eating, sleeping, everything, if we relate this to Krishna, we're thinking Krishna, if we're chanting our 16 rounds properly, then we will be able to remember Krishna at the time of death. Gopalkrishna Maharaj always said in his classes also, there is no excuse for anybody except for pujaris, cooks who cook in the temple. Everyone should finish their 16 rounds before Guru Puja, before class, because this is the time, the Brahma Muhurta time, the Sattvic time, when you can actually have really proper connection with the holy name. If you chant at the end of the day, anyone can experience. How is your chanting? And how is your chanting if you start your day with your japa and the whole